Thanks for joining me for the Midday News. I'm Rex Lita. Trailblazing the SME Frontier, the theme for this year's Small and Medium Enterprises Breakfast, the fifth of such occasion. Naming rights sponsor for this year's breakfast is TISA's CEO Sunil Kumar said supporting small and medium enterprise is not just a responsibility, but also a catalyst for economic change. In attendance was Prime Minister James Marape, as he continues to show his support to SME in the country. Manu's Governor Charlie Benjamin was featured in this breakfast. Other delegates, including Minister for Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Soroi Eoe, outgoing UN Resident Representative Dek Wejana, and Australian High Commissioner John Philip. We'll have more details for the Prime Minister's remarks and significant announcement in the space of SMEs later this evening. As of Monday, June 26, the Boroko Central Business District area was declared a betel nut free zone, meaning an immediate effect of no selling, buying, spitting and littering of betel nut. This initiative, in alignment with the National Capital District's Commission Vision 2030 for the clean, safe, healthy and planned city, applies to both private and public transport like taxi and PMVs.
A declaration of betel nut free zone was made on Monday the 26th of June at the Boroko Central Business District to stop the selling, buying, chewing, spitting and littering of betel nut. This initiative is in alignment with the National Capital District Commission's 2030 vision for a clean, safe, healthy and planned city and applies to both private and public transport like taxis and PMVs. The penalties prescribed by NCD Betel Nut Control Law 2020, trading and selling of betel nut in any form at public places attracts a penalty of 200 kina. Buying, chewing, spitting and littering of betel nut in public places attracts a spot fine of 50 kina each. Transportation of betel nut without permit or in excess of allowable limit or in breach of permit terms and conditions attract a spot fine of 1,000 kina. Allowing an aircraft or ship to transport betel nut in the city in excess of allowable limit or in breach of permit terms and conditions attracts a spot fine of 5,000 kina, and allowing property, commercial premises or public areas close to premise for storage, sales or chewing of betel nut attracts a spot fine of 5,000 kina. City Manager Ravu Frank said failure to pay the spot fines will lead to those not in compliance engaging in community works for 2 to 6 hours. Those not in compliance would also be prosecuted and tried at the Boroko District Court, and if found guilty, they will be imprisoned. Metropolitan Superintendent Chief Inspector Silva Sika ensured that his men will be deployed full-time at the CBD, helping NCDC reservists enforce the spot fines and penalties. Sika calls on city residents to manage well their betel nut chewing habits in an effort to bring the city to its former glory. Jasmine Iru, TVWAN News.
The Immigration and Citizenship Service Authority in Papua New Guinea has deported 10 non-citizens to their respective countries since the start of 2023. Chief Migration Officer Stanis Fulahau announced that these individuals were removed due to various criminals and administrative charges. According to Mr. Hulahau, the removals were carried out through administrative procedures, convictions or acquittals by the courts. The ICSA effectively implemented removal orders leading to the deportation of over 8 foreign nationals, including Australian businessman Jamie Pang. In addition to these actions, the ICSA is collaborating closely with other state agencies such as Customs, National Fisheries Authority and police in ongoing investigation and court cases. Mr. Hulahau emphasized that until these cases, including those involving suspects in the recent drug bust and thorough investigation, and referred to the ICSA, and agency will continue to operate within the boundaries of the Migration Act to remove or deport individuals involved. The Department of Personnel Management is undertaking the upgrading of Government Integrated Human Resource Payroll System, the Alesco payroll system from version 12 to version 20. Public Service Minister Joe Sungi said DPM has taken the necessary steps to address the payroll issues that plagued the system over the years.
The version upgrade of the Government Integrated Human Resource Payroll System project is being undertaken by the Department of Personnel Management. It is one of the corrective measures undertaken to address issues on the current payroll system, version 12, which requires an immediate upgrade. Public Service Minister Joe Sungi said DPM is well ahead in implementing corrective measures and are in process of putting together business rules and policies that will guide the upgrade. Minister Sungi says it is a massive task and is optimistic DPM is on the right track, taking the required step to address the issue on the payroll system, which is highly commendable. The version upgrade exercise commenced in December 2022 with the purchase of the version 20, with the first phase of project mobilization commencing at the beginning of this year. Susan Oriape, TVWAN News.
In regional news, the Pacific Islands Forum is committed to addressing strong concerns of the potential threat for the nuclear contamination to the health and security of Blue Pacific and its people. The forum is concerned about the environmental impact of the dumping of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear wastewater and urged Japan to take all steps necessary to address any potential harm to the Pacific. Concerns by the Forum on nuclear contamination issues are not new. For many years, the Forum has had to deal with attempts by other states to dump nuclear waste into the Pacific. Leaders have urged Japan and other shipping states to store or dump the nuclear waste in their home countries rather than storing or dumping them in the Pacific. Two PhD students from Charles Darwin University made complaints about Superior plagiarizing their work in 2021. The Superior was cleared this year by an internal CDU investigation. However, the students' appeal and independent investigation found that plagiarism did occur. DC Vice-Chancellor has publicly apologized to those impacted, admitting mistakes were made during investigation process.
A university's reputation at stake, as its Vice-Chancellor admits that one of its own academics stole work from his students, claiming it as his own.
It's a devastating breach of trust. I mean, people should trust their supervisors, and the supervisors should be there to see the students through.
Allegations were originally lodged by students in 2021, but CDU now says the initial investigation by the university into the matter was mishandled.
I think there were too many delays and the whole thing took too long, so we left the students sitting there for too long.
It took 2 more years until a second investigation was done by an independent panel, which agreed with the students that their work had indeed been plagiarised. On campus, students voiced their disappointment over the incident.
I think that's very shocking, but you can't do anything because we are a student and they are the supervisor.
Staff at CDU say it's good the university's made the findings public to help halt an issue that they say is becoming more widespread.
I'm disappointed to see it at CDU. There's a growing practice of academics taking credit for their students' work, and there are fine lines that I think are often crossed.
The ABC understands the academic responsible has since passed away from illness. The university's now apologised to the students for distress caused and says it will work with them moving forward to find a resolution.
Pacific communities are advised to prepare for the potential impacts of an El Nino, according to the latest El Nino Southern Oscillation Outlook. The alert means that there is approximately a 70% chance of El Nino forming in 2023, roughly 3 times normal chance of an El Nino. El Nino is a naturally occurring climate pattern associated with warming of the ocean surface temperatures in the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. Pacific countries have been urged to take heed of the alert and ensure They access the correct information and warnings from the National Meteorological Service to ensure they don't create panic in our communities and maintain the integrity of the National Met Services. Back home, in commemoration of the World's Environment Day, more than 1,000 students from Kiunga Secondary School in North Fly District, Western Province, engaged strengthened their learning capacities by treating various things using waste plastic items. Solution to plastic pollution, students refuse to plastic to make classroom decorations, pillow bags, clothing and bed made of empty water bottles, and more plastics. Head of Science Department Semi Zoni told the students Shart's inventions as plastic beds and pillow could be used as health facilities. More consideration of this invention and it will be an achievement in the Western Province. Also, in recognition of the day, over 500 trees, including coconut, mango, and oil palm, were planted around the school area. Student Isaiah Thomas said, individuals taking care of the environment at home, in town, and in the village contributes immensely to the overall protection and sustainability of the environment and the ecosystem that thrive. In sports, Harlequins held off desperate Defence Rugby Union team to finish on top with 17 points to 16 win in a Premier Division of the Round 11 class at Bava Park. Credit Corporation Harlequins may have escaped with a narrow victory, but there are some areas they still need to work on to get better. Despite the win, captain of the Harlequins, Willie Kalai, pointed out areas of improvement for the team in the coming matches. Willie said the match was tough and competitive. There were instances of poor ball handling, and set pieces were another thing the team will be working on to get right before the round 12 clash. The captain added that defense is also a priority area to work on. Getting the team's defensive structure right, the team can compete with the ladder leaders in the competition. With so much work to do ahead of them, the 1-point victory is enough to cheer the team up as they prepare for the next weekend clash. On the losing end, Defence Rugby Union team was not too bad either. They were in the match, competing hard until the final whistle. It was a 1-point ball game, and Defence will be looking to bounce back from their defeat next weekend. Nothing much separating both teams. The winning team was sticking to its game plan, and the opposition had the right idea but couldn't execute the game plan right. Defence Rugby Union team came into the competition starting strong and is one of the best teams still in the competition. Expect them to bounce back. Defence admitted that their defeat boils down to poor ball handling. They will work on it and come back stronger next weekend. The desperation from both sides in attack and defence was entertaining. With the lessons they learned from this match, they are expected to put some entertaining matches in the coming weekend. The Port Moresby men's softball staged the first weekend of the preliminary finals on Sunday for the A grade and B grade divisions. At the conclusion of the 2023 regular season, Power were declared minor premiers, finishing at the top of the points table with 13 points from 6 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. While Power had a bye in the first round of the semi-finals over the weekend, Moni Plus Gazelle beat Bears 4 runs to 2. In the other elimination playoffs, United Brothers shut down Defence 5 runs to 0 to advance to the next round. In B grade, Defence 4 beat Aces 3 and Kikila Cats 10 beat United Brothers 5. And that ends the midday news. More to come at 6 this evening.